Hello, my name is Daniel Ivy. This is RPG Research's Game Master Workshop. Today is April 6th. Today, Saturday, we are going to be playing through No Thank You Evils. We're going to start off with Dragonsnot Falls. My name is Daniel Ivy, as I said. I'm a GM trainee, Game Master trainer. Trainee.
My name is Danielle Whitworth, and I am the treasurer as well as a Game Master trainee and Advocate level 1. The man who's just sitting here is my fiance, Max Davis, and he is just volunteering today to help us have enough people.
Okay.
I think someone was calling him.
Wonderful timing.
The second we go live.
So, for anyone who is unfamiliar with No Thank You Evil, it is a kind of like a beginner's version of role-playing games, and it has some very interesting facets to it. Instead of these, what a lot of people would be familiar with 6 attribute points in Dungeons & Dragons, it only has 4. But it also is very good at trying to promote cooperation.
Yep. Imagination.
And imagination.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a where is it? The No Thank You Evil button.
Oh, it's in the other box. It was in the kit.
Yes, but one important aspect of this is because sometimes role-playing games can broach up against some topics that aren't entirely comfortable for certain people. There is a built-in mechanic to this game where, where someone can simply say, for example, they have a fear of clowns, and I bring up a clown. They can, bring up No Thank You Evil, and I will immediately change it so that they don't have to deal with that. Now, As I said, we are going to be playing through Dragonstone Falls, but before we can do that, we need to build characters.
Yep.
So, do you have your character sheet?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and when your fiancé comes back in, we will catch him up.
Yep, and he has a character sheet.
Okay, so, do you have a name for your character?
No, because I don't know what my character is going to be like.
You don't. So, we have some cards that they can choose from. This isn't the full character, but it is a good basis. They're kind of like a midway between pre-gens and actually creating your characters. You can go ahead and go through that and find the character that you are comfortable with.
Yep.
That you want to play.
So this game is set up in many different levels, so that way you can play to meet the child's needs.
Yes.
And one of the ways that we have adapted for really young children is that we have, when they're just starting out or they're very little, we just use the card because it has all of the information.
Mm-hmm.
That way they're not transferring it. And I think I'm
sorry
gonna
about that.
It's okay.
Taxes are coming. What am I doing?
You're gonna pick your character.
Yes. We're picking characters. Yes. Now, you've picked your character.
Yes.
What is your character?
Well, my character is a creature.
It's a creature.
And I'm gonna call it Sally.
Sally.
And instead of being brown, I'm gonna be purple.
Purple. Purple Sally.
Purple Sally.
Okay. So you have a name, Sally, and you're a creature. That is your noun. Now, on the back of your character sheet, on the opposite side of the picture, you will notice that you have a tough, fast, smart, and awesome points.
Yep.
Go ahead and fill those in.
Oh, actually, this is live.
I can hold it there. So that way
Yes.
they can see.
And go ahead and turn it around so they can see the picture. That is Sally, except purple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, how tough is Sally?
Sally is 4 tough.
4 tough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 4 tough points.
Okay.
Here you go. And how fast is Sally?
Sally is too fast.
Too fast.
Yeah, too.
You're too fast.
Too fast.
You're more than fast enough.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's too fast. And how smart is Sally?
Not very smart. She only has 1 smart.
That's the fun part. Here you go.
Okay.
Now, I know that you're not that smart, but that just means you have a challenge.
Yes.
And you can get past that.
But I'm really awesome. I have
You are?
3 awesome, and I plan to use all of them to make sure that people can succeed.
Now, awesome is an interesting mechanic in No Thank You Evil. It isn't a stat that is normally seen in, for example, Dungeons and Dragons or any other role-playing game that you may be familiar with. What awesome is you have a certain amount of points, and if you decide to help someone, you can use your awesome points, and that makes it easier for them to succeed.
The only thing that attributes kind of to this is having proficiency in it, and then helping your teammate in D&D 5e.
Yeah.
Or
using the help action.
inspiration in Adventures in Middle-earth.
Yes.
That I can think of off the top of my head. So, Max, you chose a character.
Yes.
I did.
What is your character's name?
Marcus.
Marcus.
Is what I have decided to
And
name
what
him.
is Marcus?
Marcus is a prince.
He's a prince.
Yes.
You know the prince of where?
I don't really know my options. So can I just make something up on
Yeah,
the
go
spot?
ahead.
The closet.
Prince of the Closet.
Yes.
A lot of people travel through the closet. Do you have tolls?
I do now.
I hope they're fair. So, how tough is Marcus?
He is a too tough.
He's too tough.
Yep.
Yes.
He is tough enough.
He's more than just tough enough. He's too tough.
I'm not very fast because
Not
it's
fast?
only 1.
Ah. Well, you're a prince. You're not used to being hurried.
Yep.
And how smart are you?
2.
You're too fast.
Much where I'm lacking in some other departments, I am more than awesome enough. I am 5 awesome.
You're 5 awesome.
Wow.
So you're a benevolent ruler. There. Now, fun points. I forget. What do we use the fun points for?
Fun points are... Okay, so when you use let's say a tough in the game, you can... you spend it to another pile, and then you use all of your speed, and they use all of your smart, and you're about to go into a battle, but you're like, or you're about to go into a challenge, not even necessarily a battle. And you're like, I don't have a lot of coins or tokens anymore. I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to do something to have fun in that situation. And then I'm going to re-up all of my
Refill
pools
all of your pools.
To the original amount.
Yes, it's kind of like, when you've worked a lot, sometimes you need a break. And that's what these fun points represent.
Exactly.
Sometimes you do need to take a break. The world is not filled with just work and dreary. And I believe we start off with 2 points.
3.
3. We're going to have a lot of fun today. 3 for you. 3 for you. And we also have treats.
Yep. So we haven't gotten to that part yet.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until we get to companions before we get to that. So, that's the fun points. Add your stuff.
Okay. Well, I know that we have hero stuff. What is the hero stuff?
The hero stuff. Ah, there it is.
I'm gonna pull out your sheet for you. I think I know where it is. Maybe I don't know where it is. I do not know where it is.
Maybe your stuff is the equipment that you start off with?
Yeah. So, but I have a cheat sheet. That's what I was looking for. Which I don't see in here. I'm gonna grab the other one because I know I put it in one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna find it in the rule book. Create some fun and leveling up.
Alright, this one. Ah, here it is.
Excellent.
This is what you need. Back and front.
Ah, there we go. Okay. So, everyone has some stuff with them. All of this is going to be in your gotcha backpack, which is a furry creature that has a very big mouth, but he can store a lot of stuff in it. And he will reach inside of his mouth and pull out anything that you need, but you need to ask him. But because he's your friend, you need to be polite. Okay?
Makes sense.
In the, amongst your stuff, in your gotcha backpack, you have the Wet Willy. If you've got a monster hot on your trail, turn around and give him a good squirt right in the air. Guaranteed to banish the evilest of evils, and possible little brothers too. Also, part of your hero stuff above. You have the Brave Light. Chase away the darkness and whatever ghouls it conceals with this sturdy, kid-sized LED flashlight. Pop open the other end, and you've got a handy pen, an essential part of adventuring kit. You've got the hip and cool flask. Don't go thirsty. On your adventures, the no thank you evil chug jug is made of stainless steel and has a flip top spout. And then you also have a map of the world of Astoria, because it's a vast land filled with imagination, and we wouldn't want you getting lost in your own thoughts. Yes.
In addition to that, each of us has a stuff section on the back of our character cards.
Yes. What type of additional stuff do you have?
Well, I know I have fur, hide. I can have scales. If I want.
What do you prefer, fur or
Fur. I have fur, not scales.
Okay.
I have one melee weapon, one got your back backpack, and hero stuff, as well as one coin.
Okay. Here's your coin.
Right. And my melee weapon is going to be a... It's going to be claws.
Claws?
Claws to go on my claws.
Okay.
Redundant claws.
But I wouldn't want to break a claw. So my claws have claws.
So you're being the rules lawyer today.
Usually that's my job. Stay off my turf.
So you have redundant claws.
I have redundant claws.
Yes. And Marcus.
Marcus has...
What type of stuff do you have in addition to all the stuff that your gotcha backpack came with?
He has royal clothing, in a ranged weapon, which I have decided is a slingshot, because he clearly has a slingshot with him. And the got your backpack and its contents. I also have 2 coins.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. There we go. And what does your whole outfit look like?
I'm going to say it's a nice red cloak with some white trim. And under the cloak is just a simple button-up shirt.
Okay.
But the buttons are made of emerald.
Wow.
I am fabulous.
I see.
Hence why I'm the prince of the closet.
Okay.
Read into that however you want. That was not intended.
I'm just assuming that it's a nearby kingdom to Narnia.
Possibly.
Yes. So, do you have armor or hustle?
I have
You should
hustle.
be able to tell on your character.
Yes, I have hustle.
Now, hustle means that you can quickly get out of the way, and armor means you are durable. You can take, a bruising.
Dodging as opposed to standing there and taking it.
Right. I'm not hurt. You're hurt. Do you have a knack?
Well, she writes that down.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought you were talking to him still. Sorry.
Oh.
I do have a knack.
Sally, what is your knack?
Sally's knack is roar. You are scary when you want to be scary. So you succeed at intimidating bad guys.
What does your roar sound like?
Rah!
That is scary.
Yep.
I almost reached for the no thank you evil on that roar. That is terrifying. And Marcus, what is your knack?
I have charm. Everyone loves you. Whenever you sing or tell a joke and then use one smart to charm a bad guy, you automatically succeed. Being charmed means the bad guy won't attack you for 1 round.
Okay, so you're basically good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, I know that you guys know each other.
Yes.
But you didn't always know each other. And while you guys were initially exploring Storia, you came across other friends. And sometimes you had deep, meaningful relationships with those friends. You can call them companions.
Yes.
What type of companion do you have?
Well,
we have some examples here.
it just cuts out.
Yeah. And you can go ahead and, who did it in your, exploration of Astoria did you become really good friends with?
I became really good friends with Bun Bun, the dust bunny.
You really like that dust bunny, don't you?
Yes, I do. I think he's really cute.
Okay.
And it's been a while since I played, so I get to have Bun Bun.
Okay.
There are a lot of entertaining options.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are.
I think I'm going to go with this awesome alien here.
Okay, awesome alien.
Mm-hmm.
What is your awesome alien's name?
I shall call him Xenax.
Xenax. Can you pass the cards down?
Of course.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Xenax and Bun Bun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is it on the back of your companions?
It's not there. Oh. Oh.
What type of treats does your companion like?
My companion likes carrot-shaped clouds.
Carrot-shaped clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Does he? Do they give him good eyesight?
Definitely.
Yes. Now, when your companion has they have special abilities,
Mm-hmm.
and when they use them, they switch out. And to get those back, you need to feed them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we give them treats. And we start off with 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Same amount of fun points.
Yep.
So here you go. And what does your awesome alien like to eat?
Xenax likes to eat tiny planets.
Tiny planets.
Yes, kind of dark when you think about it. So don't.
I hope they're... Does Xenax have a herald
I don't.
to make sure that whatever planet he eats isn't inhabited?
Perhaps I am that herald.
I hope you make sure that he's not eating inhabited planets, because you may be broaching upon
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
It's dark once you think about it.
We wouldn't want, the mouse to come down on us.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, those are actually the basics for characters, for character building.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to be a bit dangerous today. We're going to make some more advanced characters.
Mm-hmm.
If you had an adjective,
Oh no, it's not Lullaby. That was mine.
if you could describe your character in any way, what would you describe your character as?
My
What type
character.
of creature is your character?
Well, Sally is a inspiring
Inspiring.
creature.
That would make you really awesome, because you'd help out a lot of people, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give you another awesome point.
All right.
And Maxwell,
I'm gonna use the thing I said earlier.
which is
Fabulous.
fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Fashionable either way. One of the two.
Now, would that be either smart or awesome?
I'll push the envelope with the awesomeness. I mean, my best friend is an awesome alien.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just
I'm
so you're trying to change awesome to fabulous.
yes.
You're being fabulous.
Yes.
Okay. And each of your characters starts off with a cipher.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the ciphers are,
Dictated by the book.
yes, dictated by the book. And these are the special abilities that I mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have the Dust Bunny,
And the Dust Bunny knows a lullaby.
Lullaby.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. If I can find it. Is it in alphabetical order?
No.
No, it's not.
It's partially in alphabetical order, and then the top and bottom ones are the ones we've used recently.
There's Lullaby.
Okay.
Here you go.
So lullaby means that that he sings a song that's beautiful, and it puts all creatures within reach to sleep for 1 round.
Yes. So he's kind of whispering in their ear a lullaby. So
Mhm.
that and what does the awesome alien do?
He is a lifesaver.
He's a life... Yes, he is. On your defend action, jumps in front of you, protecting you from all damage.
Perfect friend to have for a prince.
So he's like Secret Service.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The
Okay.
character gets intriguing as you go on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is the more advanced character. As your companions use their ciphers and their abilities, you can give them a treat and they can gain another cipher.
Ooh.
Yes. The way I'm going to work it is I'm going to shuffle it, and you're going to pick. That way, you can't possibly know what special abilities your friends may have, which is how it is in real life.
Mm-hmm.
You may not always know the talents that they may have.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you guys happy with your characters? Do you think they could be more interesting?
I think they could be more interesting.
Yes.
I'm always down for more spice, so to speak.
So,
Of life.
Yes.
we covered adjectives earlier. Now that just describes your character. What is your character really good at?
My character, it's not so much that he's really good at something, it's that he really loves she really loves ooey gooey things,
Okay.
which gives me the ability of slimed. I can throw a ball of goo at anything in range.
Uh-huh.
Goo covers it in slime and gives it 1 additional point of armor for 1 round.
Okay. You realize that you can't do that on television. It's a good thing that we're on Twitch. And YouTube. So that is your verb? You like sliming things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what is your talent? Is that your talent?
That is my talent.
Okay, so the verb and talent are the same thing.
Yes.
Okay. And Maxwell,
I do
you
magic.
can't just legislate. A ruler must be active. What do you do? What are you really good at?
I'm good at magic.
Really? What type of tricks do you have?
I have the ability to mind blow. I can blow on my fingers and the magic flies from you to the nearest bad guy, confusing it so that it thinks it's your best friend for 1 round.
So you have multiple ways to charm people.
I do.
Okay. Go ahead and write that down.
Just for context, usually we like to start our games within 10 minutes for our drop-ins. However, for this and for a lot of other opportunities when we're playing No Thank You Evil with adults and doing the harder layer, we will go all the way through this part of it. But normally we can start within 5 minutes.
Yes. Now, you guys are sleeping in your beds. Now, you guys seem a bit different. What does your bed look like? Sally, what does your bed look like?
My bed looks like tombstones on the end.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And is it a hard slab? Or is
No, it's a comfy bed on a hard slab.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It just got tombstone.
What's on your tombstone?
Here rests Sally.
Here rests Sally.
Good night.
Okay. And what are you dreaming of? Is it something amazing?
No, it was something just kind of ordinary. I'm just running along, having fun, eating candy.
Okay. And Maxwell, what is a bed fitting of a prince?
Think a massive bed frame with the curtains hanging down and all of that. And silk sheets, a large comforter, or the fluffiest down pillows you can imagine.
I'm just imagining that this bed is like 5 times bigger than you are.
Yes, it is unnecessarily large.
Yes.
I will not ever need to change my bed as I grow.
And what are you dreaming of?
I am dreaming of riding horses.
Now, as you dream of riding horses, you feel a tug as you're being pulled. You and your horse are being pulled up, and your riding horses dreams don't normally act like this. And your dream, what were you dreaming of again?
Running around and eating candy.
Yes, and you know, as you're running around and eating candy, you find some cotton candy.
I love cotton candy.
And you go to bite on it, but it yipes.
Oh no.
And you try to pull it away, but it's pulling back at you. And it's starting to rouse you. And you realize that this is unfortunately reality pulling you away from your dreams. Your companions are trying to wake you up. Now, when I wake up, I'm not a happy person. How do you wake up?
I throw the pillow back over my head and say, "Go away." Not yet.
And you, Maxwell?
Why?
Why? Do you need some hot cocoa before you can wake up?
No, that'll put me back to sleep.
Okay. Well, you try to pull your blanket over you, and Bun Bun yanks your pillow, your blanket away from you.
I open one eye.
Bun Bun's looking at you.
Is there anything weird about Bun Bun?
He looks concerned. Or is it a she? I can never tell.
No one can tell. It's just Bun Bun.
Bun
So
Bun
I open up
looks concerned.
both eyes. And I'm like, "Oh, did I have a bad dream? Did I kick you?"
And your awesome alien is standing over your bed. Actually, on top of your bed because it's, you know. If he stood on the side of your bed, you wouldn't be able to see him because it's so high up.
Fair enough.
Yes. So he's looking down on you, and he's trying to politely, because you are a prince, rouse you.
Okay, what do you need?
He bows and hands you a piece of paper, a summons, and Bun Bun sticks his hand into his self. He's rummaging around, and it's not there. Goes and he rummages around. It's not there. Rummages around and pulls out a sheet of paper. It is a summons. It has a message on it. Thank you. And it says, "Dear friend, please help me. My friend Niffle has gotten lost in Dragonsnot Falls. I'm worried that something horrible has happened to him. Meet me at the B-mobile, and I'll tell you the whole story. You'll have to be smart and strong. I know you can find him. Your friend, Woodland."
I think that's enough of
Okay.
So, what do you guys do?
I get
You're
up
being summoned.
and I stretch
Mm-hmm.
and I yawn
Uh-huh.
and I start getting my hero stuff together.
Okay. Do you add any additional stuff to your hero stuff?
Well, I look around the room
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sure I forgot something.
Okay. While you're thinking about that.
I shall clap my hands and summon a few of my followers, as is illustrated on this. They look like little frog people.
Okay. The little frog people, they come hopping out onto the bed, and they're I guess helping you get dressed.
And would it be all right if I brought them along?
You wouldn't want to put your subjects in danger, would you?
Fair enough.
Okay. So, is there any additional stuff that you feel would be important to have on this very important summons?
Just a candy bar.
Just a candy bar.
I find my lucky dice set.
Your lucky dice set.
And
What's so lucky about them?
They are just so great to me when I'm playing games, and I refuse to use any other dice from any other container.
They're loaded dice. So, you guys are being summoned, and to get to Storia, you need to go through the closet.
Mm-hmm.
What does your closet look like? What's in it?
My closet is big, despite only having things like hats and bracelets and hairpieces in it. The occasional skirt.
The occasional skirt.
Yes, but because I'm all fur, I don't need to have that much clothing, so I have accessories.
Okay. So you're pushing through, and things are getting darker as you're getting further and further away from the soft glow of your nightlight. And just when you can barely see the nightlight, you see a light up ahead. And without moving, it gets brighter and brighter and brighter as you enter Storia. What does your closet look like?
It's a very, very long walk-in closet. Sorry, everyone. Didn't mean to smack the mic there. That just never seems to end.
I guess with that much distance on the closet, no wonder you have tolls. You have to maintain all of that. Do you have to pay your own tolls?
I feel I would be exempt from my own tolls. And I will show some favoritism to some people.
Corruption in politics starts early.
It does.
So
I'm simply a product of my raising.
That is one of the reasons why we need to get them to start early. The young minds are impressionable.
They are.
So you are walking through, and I'm guessing you've got a slight procession. But because you realize that it is an official summons, you eventually leave your frogs behind. But your awesome alien, Ever the Protector, is right beside you. And as you walk, you're going through ages and ages of different styles of clothes. And some are from the 15th century, and some are from the 16th century. And you're not exactly sure where that one's from.
I should have left the 90s behind.
And then there's the 80s.
I'm not sure.
No one was. And after that, you get to a door, and you open it up, and there is Storia. You step onto a soft moss, and you're in a forest, and your friends are with you, each having come from their own bedrooms. Each also has their own carrying gear, and their companions. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I walk up and I'm holding a thing of slime, and I'm like, "Hi, Marcus," and I'm throwing it in the air.
Sup?
Need more armor?
I'm good. Not again.
Not again.
You want a candy bar, though?
Not now.
Okay.
So, as soon as you guys are done introducing yourselves.
1 second. So, the next deer I see come through the area, I'm going to throw my slime ball at it.
The next dare. Okay. So, you're throwing it up. Just, and you throw it up and it sticks. It comes back. And you're looking around, and go ahead and roll me a smart.
Okay. You've got all of that.
I feel
4.
as though I
Four.
lost an eye.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a single deer eye looking at you. And the minute you make eye contact with it, it ducks behind the tree. And as you look around, you see that there's a whole bunch of deer that have heard you with your slime, and they're hiding. They don't want to be slimed.
Fine, guys.
It's okay, Sally. You just need to understand not everybody wants to be slimed.
Bun Bun?
Does Bun Bun like being slimed?
Bun Bun doesn't mind.
Okay. So, go ahead and how would you slime Bun Bun?
I would just slap it onto his arm.
Okay. You pull back and it sticks, and you're not sure if that's your hair or his hair. Yes. And it snaps to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about that time you hear a humming. Can you guys make that sound? And you can feel the vibrations in your chest. There's a lot of humming. And over the trees, you see a massive bee. It's a bee-mobile. And it comes over you, and it's hovering, and the dust is flying up. And the ladder drops down. And you suddenly hear from it, "Come on up! Come on up!" It is your friend, the Queen Bee Woodland.
I scurry on up.
And this is the Bee-mobile. You can tell because it's got a massive bee on it. It seems like the A-mobile was in the shop.
Dang.
Yes.
That one would probably be a giant van with a red streak across the street.
It's being worked on by a Mr. T. Okay, now, the ladder can be a bit tough. So, why don't everyone roll me a tough check?
Okay.
You guys need to roll with the wind and everything. 2.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, wow. So you guys are having a hard time. Okay. Do you think some cooperation could work for this?
I do. I'm gonna give Marcus, and it's awesome.
Okay. And how are you being awesome to him?
Come on, we can do it!
So you're trying to motivate Marcus. And Marcus, what are you doing?
Of all the times to go brain dead, this is a terrible one.
So while you're thinking about that, go ahead and make me another tough check. 2. So, in you try to motivate Marcus, you realize that when you try to motivate someone else, sometimes you motivate yourself. And through strict determination, you're able to make your way up the ladder. Marcus, you've been motivated. Do you want to try again?
Of course.
Okay.
2.
Well, through motivation and seeing proper form on the ladder, you make it up as well. Now, once you guys get up into the Bee-mobile, the wings start flapping even faster. Can you imagine that? This was it just hovering, but it's now going to take off. Now, Woodland invites you to sit at a high table with tall chairs so you can see over the sides of the ship to the forest below. Tiny bees bring out mugs of sweet honey drinks and swirly straws. They're like really, really curly, and sometimes they loop back around. And as you drink, Woodland tells you the story of Niffle's disappearance. Niffle went walking on the trails outside Dragon's Fall 2 days ago. He likes to hike in new places and to look for shiny things, but I haven't heard from him since. He usually comes by to have a honey cake and tea with me in the mornings, I've heard rumors that a group of witches moved into the area, and I'm afraid he's been captured. Or worse. Will you go find him and bring him home safe? I'll give you as much information as I can.
Definitely, Woodland.
We got you, home slice.
What's a home slice?
It's a phrase we say back where I come from. Means good friend.
Ah, okay. Like a slice of home. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions?
Only one.
Yes.
Where'd he go? Why was he at Dragonsnut Falls?
Well, he likes to explore, as I said. He likes new places. And I guess he'd never been to Dragonsnot Falls before. So that's the last place I heard from him. Did you have any questions?
No, I think everything was pretty well defined.
Okay. Now, I can tell you this. Nifl is smart and funny, and he likes to sing to himself when he's scared. He looks a little scary at first, but he's very, very nice. And here's a picture of what I mean. That's Nifl. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna have the Beamobile drop you off by Dragonsnot Falls. But I'm going to, just in case you guys get lost, I need to give you directions. Okay. So, because Woodland is a queen bee, she doesn't have normal methods of giving directions. It's not just 5 blocks north and then to make a left.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys know anything about bees, they have a special dance that they use to communicate where flowers and other things are at.
Mm-hmm.
So, she is going to teach you how to get to... Go ahead and stand up.
I'm working on it.
Oh. She's going to teach you how to get back to the palace.
Okay.
Just in case you are lost. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
First, you need to have some wings. Where are your wings? There we go. Okay. Now, when you fly, you need to shake your butt. Okay? And flap your wings. And you're going to fly... let's see. But 5 leagues north. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn to the left. Unlimited in my space.
That's very weird left of yours.
Oh, did I do it right?
You did.
So one more. Because if you just did the first one, you could just go right back to your... this is why we have to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So when 1 to the left, 1 league to the east, no, west.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make a turn to the right. So you are early. And 3 leagues north again. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? And that's how you get back.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not sure if you guys remember. Can you show me that to me again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 north.
Uh-huh.
1's to the left.
Uh-huh.
Then 1. And then 1's to the right.
Uh-huh.
And then 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I was just following what she did, honestly. Memory is not my natural strong suit.
It's a good thing I can carry you along.
As a prince, you really shouldn't be a follower. but I'll let it go this time.
I trust my advisors.
It's important to be able to do that as well. A very good, attribute to have as a leader, because sometimes you don't have all the answers.
I will return. I need to use a certain type of throne.
Okay.
Feel free to continue in my absence if need be.
Okay. Now, along the way, she tells you some more information. Dragonsnot Falls used to be a real-life dragon, but long ago, someone or something turned it into redstone. Now he has 2 giant waterfalls running out of his nose. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And there's some rumors that this is why I'm so concerned about Niffle. There's some witches that have been seen around Dragonsnot Falls. They're trying to find some type of stone heart. I don't trust them. And, they may have some secret purpose, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. So, do you have a plan of action?
My plan is... Well, Woodland, can we have a map of the area?
You don't have a map?
Well, we do have a big map, but I mean, do you have one of Dragonsnot Falls?
I guess that would be important.
You're upside down. And too close.
Looks kind of like that. You can see the 2 waterfalls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I think we have to cross the bridge first.
Mm-hmm.
And then... Does Niffle have a preference for which way he goes first?
He normally likes going left. I've noticed that. It's weird. He really likes to prefer going left.
Well, then we'll try the left nostril first.
Okay.
And I'll also be on the lookout for footprints and singing.
He does like singing. Yes. Although with him being lost, he may have gotten turned around. So you may have to listen out for his singing as well. Okay. So, as you guys travel, you guys eventually land not at Dragonsnot Falls, but at the ledge closest to it. It'd be too difficult to get to the Beamobile any closer. Now, I'm really happy that you're helping us. And helping Niffle. And he may be really, really scared. So, here is a honey cake for him. It may help him calm down.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable just giving him some treats, though. So, here's a honey cake for you as well.
Oh, thank you.
And I give one to Maxwell. And don't eat it just yet, because those are special honey cakes. If you eat it, it will let me know that I can come and pick you up.
Okay, I will not eat it right away.
It does smell very, very delicious. It's very sweet.
Is there one I can snack on right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, Woodland.
I had a special batch, and if I had you eat one now, then I'd be summoning myself, and it's going to be a pain to turn off that alarm. I'm sorry. Now, we can't lollygag any longer.
Okay.
Okay? So, the Beamobile lands, and you guys get off.
All right.
Okay. There we go. Now, as you guys exit the B-mobile.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that there's a bridge, but a very strange device. It has 3 buttons on it. It has a yellow button, and a green button, and a red button. But not necessarily in that order.
So it's not like a stoplight?
It is like a stop sign, but not yellow, red, then green. It's actually red, yellow, then green. Yes. And they're flashing in all sorts of different patterns.
Okay. Can I see what pattern it's flashing in?
Make me a smart check.
Okay. And how smart do I have to be to get this?
You have to be too smart.
I'm gonna use one of my smart. Or my one smart. It's a good thing I used it, because now I have a 2.
So you're concentrating really, really hard. And the bottom one flashes twice.
The bottom one is green?
You think so?
So it's green, green.
Yeah. And then when he thinks it's going to flash green again, it actually goes up one to the yellow one and flashes once.
Okay. Green, green, yellow.
Yeah. And you're thinking, okay, maybe it's going up. But no, then it drops down again and flashes green again.
Okay.
And then it waits a little while. And then when you think, okay, I guess it's going to start again, it flashes red twice up atop. And then it flashes green twice. And then it goes yellow. And then green one more time. And then it waits a while. And then it flashes red twice.
Okay. So I think I know the pattern. I think the pattern is green, green, yellow, green, red, red.
Is it?
I think so.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
I punch the buttons.
Okay.
In that order.
And what order do you push it in?
Green, green, yellow, green, red, red.
Okay. As you push it, the lights stop flashing. And there's a rumbling.
I step to the side.
Make me a fast check.
I got 3 fast.
So, as it starts to rumble, it starts to shake, it starts to rattle, you jump out of the way, and a torrent of water comes spurting out. And it drenches Bun Bun.
Oh, Bun Bun, I run to it.
But Bun Bun was protected by the slime that you'd put on him.
Yay!
Maxwell, how fast are you? You're too fast. I'd like to check that.
No, you're one fast.
You're 1 fast. Why don't you check to see how fast you are?
I'm gonna be awesome.
2. How are you awesome?
Because I made it. I'm gonna grab you by the sleeve as I'm going.
So, when you initially dived out of the way, you grabbed onto Maxwell and dragged him out of the way. Because there was a machine that she was pushing some buttons on, and it started rumbling and shaking. And then, as she dragged you away, a torrent of water splashed Bun Bun.
Poor Bun Bun.
But fortunately, Bun Bun was protected by the slime.
Yay! Is the slime gone now?
No.
Yay.
No, but it's now on the ground.
I pick it back up.
As you go to pick it up, it's stretching more than you think. And it's not the same type of slime. In fact, it's not even the same color slime. And as you pick it up, it's a creature.
I jump back.
And it's got red eyes. And suspenders. And a pink shirt. And he looks kind of like this.
Do you speak frog?
Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just used to my native tongue. Yes, I am Mr. Ladswallow. And who might you be?
I'm Sally.
Hi,
And
Sally.
This is Marcus.
Hi, Marcus. What are you doing here?
Well, we're going to save our friend's friend at Dragon's Not Falls because he's been missing.
That Dragon's Not Falls.
That Dragon's Not Falls.
The very same.
Ah. Why is he missing?
We don't know.
Peculiar.
Very.
I've had some horrible rumors in the area. It may not always be safe.
Yeah, I think that's why Woodland sent us instead of looking yourself.
Oh, you were sent by Woodland.
Our friend of a friend.
Yes. Well, I hope that you guys are safe. Are you guys going to be safe?
I have my trusted Wet Willy.
I'm not sure if you guys are going to be safe.
I have Xenax here.
It looks like an awesome alien.
It is.
Yes.
He's also my most trusted of bodyguards.
I'm going to do you guys a favor.
Okay.
I'm able to tell the future. I can see your fortunes, or I can hear rumblings of the future.
Rumblings?
Yes. But only if I listen to your songs. Have you guys eaten?
I did.
I had to skip breakfast, hence the candy bar.
I think your future will be easier to read. Now, I'm going to need some help from you. As I listen to your song, I press my ear, and he points at something that I can't see. I need you to think about the most delicious food that you can think of. Because I need your song to really, really rumble. So, what is your favorite food?
I'm quite fond of spaghetti.
What type of spaghetti? I want you to describe it. Describe the spaghetti. Why do you like spaghetti so much?
I like roasted garlic noodles with a tomato basil sauce and nice thin cuts of steak seasoned with rosemary, to be cooked and seared. That is my ideal spaghetti. I enjoy it because it's a good combination of flavors. And it's very heartwarming and filling.
I want you to really picture that. And he goes and presses his ear, what you think is his ear, against your stomach. Now, as you're trying to picture it, I want you to roll a smart.
Can I use awesome on myself?
Nope.
Only on friends. Okay.
But you can use one of your smarts.
Yeah, you can.
Can I use it after the roll?
No.
No. But you could be awesome.
No, save it. I will use my smarts to even further vividly picture this delicious spaghetti.
Okay. So go ahead and roll.
Thinking of my favorite chef who makes it.
Okay.
4.
So
4.
5.
5. You are able to picture it very, very well. And you, as you're thinking about it, your stomach, it churns. And it rumbles. And it growls. And you can almost hear it whisper, spaghetti. And you don't know how your stomach made the rumbling sound of spaghetti. But you hear Mr. Oswald. I see a crab. No. A slug. No. Some kind of creature with a striped shirt. He has 4 eyeballs and he sings, but don't follow the song. That's the wrong way. Yes. That's not all I can tell. Although he might add that's the weirdest future I've ever seen. You guys are really... Did you eat something weird today?
I've eaten nothing.
That is weird. Did you have anything weird last night?
The chef decided to get creative and made some ratatouille. Never had that before. Not too fond of it. I enjoy some meat with my dishes.
That may explain the weird future. Well, that's the best I can do for you. If you ever need me again, you can punch my buttons, and I will try to tell you future again. But try to make sure that you haven't eaten. It's easier for me to tell futures on an empty stomach. Yes. Was there anything else you needed?
Not that I can think of.
No. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good one.
And he dives right back into the water. And as you check, it's not that deep. You can actually... It's a fingernail deep water. But he dives right into the reflection.
Just as I think this place can't get any weirder.
Yes. So, there's this machine that you had to push buttons to get Mr. Oswald to come from. And there's a bridge. It's a bit rickety. It's a rope bridge with wooden planks across. And they're not evenly spaced. And as you're looking at the bridge, you see occasional wind that sways the entire bridge.
Do I see any other way across?
Well, you can use your imagination. But it seems like the most appropriate way is to try and make your way over that bridge.
Well, I do have some hustle. I will try to just run across it once I see the wind die down. I'll just try to run across it.
Okay. So you're going to try and time this properly?
Try to. Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a fast check with a goal of 2.
5.
And I'm going to follow right behind him.
Okay. So go ahead and make me a fast check as well.
I'm going to use a fast.
And I'm going to throw in some of my awesomeness.
How are you being awesome?
As you said your name is Sally?
Yep.
As I'm running across the bridge, Sally sees my awesome cloak flap in the wind and just thinks of how majestic that is. So she will try to emulate the running.
Okay.
Gotta use this awesome somehow.
I got a 1 on the die, which means I have 3.
You have 3. So, you wait for it to come, to die down. And you run. You skip from one plank to the other. And you're going really, really fast. And your cape is billowing. And as you come in right behind him, you feel like he's actually creating like a gap of air behind him.
Mm-hmm.
You fall into the slipstream, and it's easier for you to land on the planks that he lands on. And behind you comes the awesome alien, who is following right behind you. And then Bun Bun. And you guys are in a really tight line. You get across the bridge.
Yay!
And you come skidding to a stop.
We made it!
Yes, you did. Now, there are 2 caves. One to the left and one to the right. And you hear some singing, but it's coming from the right-hand side. And from the right-hand side, you also see, the walls seems to be shimmering a bit in different colors.
Well, he said that the passage with the song is the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Woodland said that Niffle likes the left nostril.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think we should follow the left. But, really quick, I'm going to stand here and dance to the melody coming out and have a little bit of fun.
Okay. We're going to have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Replenishing my stocks.
Now, do you have any particular dances that you wanted to do?
Well, I do the robot.
Uh-huh.
And then I start twirling real fast.
Uh-huh.
And then I fall down.
Okay.
Giggling.
I'm surprised that you did not do the monster mash.
Mm-hmm. I didn't step to the left.
Now, do you normally have to look at your feet when you're dancing? Because I know that sometimes I've got 2 left feet and I have to watch my feet when I dance.
No.
No?
Because it's all fun, and even if I do it wrong, it's still fun.
Okay. So, as you're watching Sally dance, you realize that there are... she's dancing and actually landing in some footsteps. Some footprints that are on the ground. And although there's her dance, some of those footprints lead to the right. Some also lead to the left.
I feel with the knowledge that we have, it would be best to go down the left.
The what's to the right?
It does intrigue, but not compellingly enough to risk things.
Okay. So you guys head to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys start wading into the water, right?
Correct.
And the water, it comes up to your ankles.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally there's some float slam that's kind of flowing out of the waterfall. It slips over to the edge. But fortunately, the stream isn't so strong. Okay? These guys wade further, deeper into the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And it's now up to your calves.
Worst day to wear new pants.
Are these new pants?
Sadly, they are.
Well, now they're wet pants.
Shame.
You guys head further in, and it gets up to your knees. And it is cold. And it is dark.
I pull out my brave light.
I also pull out my brave light.
Okay.
But I don't turn mine on yet.
Okay.
I will turn mine on.
So you turn it on. Right? And up ahead, far, far up ahead, near the back of the cave, you see a small light. And there's still quite a bit of water left. But eventually you see that it eventually comes up to the, it gets to dry land again. So you guys head further in. And it's getting colder. And now it's up to your waist.
I grab Bun Bun, I put him on my shoulders.
Okay. Bun Bun is sopping wet. And now that Bun Bun is on your shoulders are soaking wet. Because Bun Bun absorbs water.
I take Bun Bun off of my shoulder for a second, and I say, "Ring out!"
Bun Bun shakes and wrings out the other part, and then twists. And twists again. And does one final twist, and all the water just soaks out of Bun Bun. And twirls back around.
Put him back on my shoulders.
And all the water that was on your shoulders gets dried, soaked up by Bun Bun again.
At least he's not leaking on me.
Yes. And your awesome alien is up to his neck.
I think he is fine for now.
Okay. So, you go a little bit further, and you are up to your chest in water. And you cannot see your awesome alien.
Oh no. I will look around for Xenax.
Make me a smart check.
Is that a 1 or a 6?
A 6.
Okay.
No, thank you, evil Marcus.
Okay.
So I got a 6.
So, you're looking around, and you look down, and you see Xenax. But he's not in the water. He's actually in the reflection. So he's on the ceiling. And he's stuck up on there because he did not like being that deep in the water. So he's stuck to the ceiling.
How did you get up there?
How does he get up there? How would an alien get on the ceiling?
Probably just by crawling up there, to be honest.
Then that's how he got up there. Now, it's been getting deeper and deeper, and you are less than halfway across the water.
I don't think I could ride on Xenax,
Mm-mm.
considering he is...
Shorter than you.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about, like, him being on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
How do I do this?
You swim? Because that's what I'm about to do. But I'm going to doggy paddle, so that way Bun Bun doesn't get wet.
Okay, so go ahead and make me a doggy paladin. But you've got something on your shoulders. Give me a tough check.
Alright, I am going to use a tough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm notorious for ones. I got a 2.
You got a 2. So you're able to barely keep your head up, but you're doggy paddling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're doggy paddling. You're doggy paddling. And Bun Bun pulls out from his fur an oar. It's just to try and help.
Nice.
And you are eventually, as you're doggy paddling, you feel something. Your hand hit something, and it's the ground.
I stand up.
You stand up, and you are soaking wet, except for your head.
I will first walk over to the side of the cave and ask Xenax to kind of just waddle over here, so to speak. Give him my cloak after I wring it out.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on to that for me, and then I'm going to swim to the other part.
Okay, so you walk over, and you give over, and as soon as you're about to start swimming, your foot gets caught in something.
And now, I will struggle against what I'm caught in.
Make me a tough check.
I'm going to struggle extra hard here, so I'm
Okay.
going to use one of my tough tokens. 2.
2. So, feels like your foot is stuck on something. You yank it up, and you hear a...
What in the world is that?
and you hear gurgling, and the water seems to start going further.
Did I pull the plug?
Yes, you did.
I will grab onto Xenax and hold on for dear life, I guess.
And near the center of where you originally were, a small whirlpool starts swirling. And
yeah. I take the cloak off of Xenax and just throw it into the little whirlpool. Basically, I have a makeshift plug with that.
okay. And it rolls around and it gets to the bottom, and now all the water is gone.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk
Yeah.
across now. No need to swim.
Yes. And you are wet and squishy.
Oh no.
I
Father is not going to be happy
Bun
about
Bun.
this.
Bun Bun tries to push away from you.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's trying to push away from you, and you pull him tight, all the water on you gets absorbed by Bun Bun.
Mm-hmm. Well, I walk over and I put the plug back in,
Uh-huh.
and I go, Bun Bun, will you ring out?
Bun Bun rings out, and he rolls around, and turns around 3 times, and he soaks out. And as he soaks out, the water fills back in just a tad bit.
Mm-hmm.
Bun Bun had more water in him than was on you. So, at the lowest, it's still up to your knees. Bun Bun had that much water in him.
Hey, I can't bring back the water, man.
No. But you're soaking wet. Are you going to do anything?
I deal with it.
You deal with it. Okay. So.
I will eat my candy bar to slightly cheer me up.
Okay. Your candy bar is wet.
Hey, if it's in its wrapper, it's still relatively dry on its own.
So you unwrap it. Okay. You unwrap it. And what flavor is your candy bar?
It's a Snickers.
Okay. So, Snickers. Now, as I said, there is a light further up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see here. And you see some shadows moving around it. But none of them look like Niffle.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys going to do?
I start to sneak up on it.
Okay. And Maxwell?
I'll wait back here because I feel like if I take any steps, it'll just be...
Okay. So, as you're getting closer, you're as it seems like the two shadows are talking to each other. They've got really long beaks and jagged teeth.
I search the room to see what is going on in there.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a fast check because you're trying to sneak up.
Okay, I'm going to use it fast.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to help me?
I'm back there. I don't see how I could. I mean, the best thing I could do is like, I believe in you! And give away the fact that we're here.
So I got a 5 total.
So you're able to sneak up to the closest stalactite and creep your head over, and you guys see these two creatures.
Okay.
Okay. Could you see that?
Well, not from where I'm at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that is what she sees. That's what Sally sees. These are two saw-toothed witches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And behind them, you see Niffle. And Niffle is huddled in the corner and scared. And these two saw-toothed witches are fighting over a red rock of some sort.
Okay.
Yes.
So I sneak back over to Marcus.
Make me another fast check.
2.
As you turn around, and you go to sneak, scrunch. Your foot's wet.
Oh no.
And you could hear the squashing of your foot. Make me a smart check. As you try to listen. You're really trying.
I'm really trying. I'm like using all of my might.
All of your concentration.
2.
Okay. You hear some echoing of it. But that's all you hear.
Are the witches still fighting? Do I hear them?
No, you don't hear them.
That is not good, man.
I look over my shoulder.
You look over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You see two beady eyes looking at you. And they're not Niffle.
Hi!
Rock! And that one comes rushing around the stalactite.
Do I hear the rock?
Yes, you do.
I will come running over there.
Okay.
Where I'm worried about my friend.
Okay. So, what do you're closest to the sawtooth witch that's coming around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it doesn't look that happy to see you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do?
Bun Bun, sing!
Bun Bun comes leaping over and slides next to the sawtooth witch and starts singing a lullaby. What type of lullaby does Bun Bun sing?
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, dear witchy boo.
Okay, and that sawtooth witch collapses. And reaches up and tries to get a nap in.
Okay.
Maxwell, what are you going to do?
I will attempt to mind blow the other witch.
Okay,
So,
thank you. So, as you following up right behind Bun Bun, the other sawtooth witch comes around, and you go,
you blow on your fingers?
You also have to use a... Oh, no, not that one.
No, this one I can just do.
mm-hmm.
So, sprinkle.
And dust comes out and fogs around the sawtooth witch's head. The sawtooth witch and is looking at you strange. Rock?
I just nod in understanding.
Okay. So, one seems to be asleep, and the other one is looking at you strange.
It thinks it's my best friend right now.
It's looking down, looking up at its friend, and looking at you, looking down at its friend, looking at you. And what are you guys going to do?
I run for Niffle, and I say, no time to explain, let's go!
And Niffle is terrified of you.
We came here with Woodland.
For Woodland.
No, wait.
Woodland isn't with us.
No, but she dropped us off here.
Woodland?
Woodland, come on! No time to explain!
How do I know?
You eat breakfast with Woodland. Oh, you don't know that. I don't know. You never told me that information. Awkward. Meta knowledge.
Can I? One second.
I pull out my note.
You could have found that on the ground. You're a stranger.
Can I attempt to charm Niffle?
You could. What would that need? What would that require?
It requires me to use one smart.
So, do you have one smart?
I
available?
do.
Okay. So what do you tell Niffle?
Says I either have to sing or tell a joke, and I'm not gonna sing.
Okay. So what's the joke?
I'm trying to think of it.
Is there anything that Woodland gave you that Niffle may want?
Oh, we have honey cakes, but we can't eat them in here.
Do you show Niffle the honey cake?
Yes. Well, I don't think I was around to get the honey.
You got a honey
You
cake.
got a honey cake.
Why don't you show the honey cake?
Because I wasn't thinking of it, and you're the one doing the...
The charm?
Mm-hmm.
So you bring out the honey cake. Honey cake. Okay, let's go.
Brain is just dead right now. Sorry, everybody.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
So we start running.
You start running. Okay.
I thought of it. Come with us, honey. Nobody said it had to be a good joke.
No, it didn't have to be a good joke. So, you guys run.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone make me a fast check.
I'm going to use this, and I am going to help.
I will help you back. Oh, you already rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at 7 anyways.
Okay. So, you start... Have you ever seen, like, Scooby-Doo?
Mm-hmm.
Where you start running in air?
Mm-hmm.
You start doing that. But you realize that physics doesn't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
You look down, and there's a red rock that you're slipping on.
Do I kick it? Can I kick it up?
You do as you're running, and you catch it, and then you make traction to the ground and bolt out.
All right.
In fact, there's like a boom as
Boom!
you run into the darkness over over the water. You don't even go into the water. Over the water and to the other side. And there's like a little wake of the water. And in fact, it is so powerful, she goes so fast that she, just from the vacuum of space that she left behind, she drags you, and Bun Bun, and Awesome Alien, and Nipple all out.
Goodbye, random witch friend.
And I immediately hand Nipple, once we're outside, the honey cake, and I take a big bite out of mine.
And Nipple goes,
I'll give Nipple mine.
You need to eat yours so that the B-mobile will come.
Ah, this I did not know.
Yes. Sorry.
and
Do I have to eat the whole thing, or can I just take a bite?
you take a princely bite. Is your pinky up?
Of course.
Always. Is your pinky always up?
If I'm eating or drinking, yes.
Okay. So, you guys chow down on your honey cakes. And after about a minute, you guys hear a rumbling. And it gets louder. And then the clouds, the sun gets darker. And up above is the B-mobile.
I throw a treat into the clouds. Make me remember to throw a treat at Bun Bun.
You and Bun Bun, it's a bit sad that he didn't have a honey cake, but you give him a treat. And he gets a new cipher.
He spews goo now. Spits goo out of his mouth that coats the ground. Everything in range is stuck in place for 1 round.
Probably connected to the slime that you gave him earlier. Yeah.
That is a very fitting
Yes,
randomization.
Okay. So, you guys climb back up. The B-mobile lands. You guys hustle into the B-mobile. And Woodland is very, very happy to see Niffle again. Okay. In fact, she is so happy that as the B-mobile lifts up, and one of the sawtooth witches comes running out. It's like,
I would. Do I currently have my cloak on me, or with me?
Where did you pick back up your cloak?
I don't think I did. Oh, here. I left you a gift. Look around on the floor of the cave.
Actually, as you say that, and it's holding your cloak.
Keep it.
And it wraps it around itself and walks back. Yes. Woodland throws you a massive party to, celebrate the return of Niffle. It is so much fun that each of you guys gets a fun point. You guys...
Well, that's a treat.
Wrong one. There we go. And it is so much fun that all of your stats gets refilled.
Awesome. It's at 5. That's nice.
And she is so grateful that she actually also pays you each a coin. And because each party needs to have a theme, everyone gets B-Wings. And when the party's over, she says that you can keep it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is there anything special about these B-Wings?
Yes, they are. This will allow you to travel to the hive from anywhere in Storia. Yes.
So I can always get out of danger.
As long as it's as long as the danger isn't here.
Yeah.
But we do try to run a safe place.
In celebration, I will give Xenax a tiny planet.
Is it habited?
I pull out a magnifying thing. No.
Make me a fast check.
Okay. 3.
3. As you're looking through the magnifying glass, you realize that there's a bit of a light that comes through. It's, focusing on the tiny part of the planet, and it cooks it a bit. But there's nothing happening with it. So, a cooked planet. He's like, and he sticks out a long tongue, and he places it on it, and he rolls with his tongue. And then he opens his mouth, and then you hear a crunch.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Although he does whisper, because you had a Snickers, he prefers a Mars bar.
Yeah.
And that is Dragonsnot Falls. Did you guys have fun?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now criticisms.
Okay. Well, we first start off with, what do you think you could have done better?
I think I could have. I was a bit uncertain about the mechanics in the beginning. It's been a while since I've run this, but I'm better with the story than with the mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
That's the primary thing that I felt I was a bit lacking on.
Okay. So it was apparent to me that you did not read through what Woodland was giving to the characters beforehand.
Okay.
And that's because I asked what you could tell us about Dragonsnot Falls.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, you did not tell me about how the dragon was alive once. Because that would be the perfect time to tell us about the live dragon and the heart.
Okay.
Because there was a heart-shaped rock. That's all we know, and I have a heart-shaped rock.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no significance to that rock.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly have nothing constructive-wise. I did feel much more invested in this character than any other character I've played in No Thank You Evil.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how you played out the characters that I got to interact with.
Okay.
And you really did a good job of setting the scene as we went along.
Okay.
I think the adding of the plug was a great funny moment.
Yes.
Especially since I think he failed the roll. Is that what you were thinking?
He actually passed it.
Okay.
I was
trying to struggle out of the situation, and in doing so, I pulled the plug.
Yeah.
So the first, okay, that was the other thing. Okay, so when we go up to the B-Mobile, the game, in order to show the mechanics, actually has the rope ladder be a goal 1, which you automatically do and does not require a roll.
Yeah.
Which you upped to a 2.
Yes, I did.
Okay. And I think that just has to do with how you were telling the story?
Yeah.
Okay. But if that was not intentional, then that would not allow it. The other thing as far as game mechanics goes that you, I don't even want to say did wrong, but you were lacking in, is that you're supposed to tell us what the goal is.
Okay.
So you can say it's a goal for Smart to do what you're trying to do.
Okay.
And that allows for, especially younger kids, to understand that it's something I need to try really hard on or something I don't need to try really hard on, which allows for us to use our tokens
more wisely.
With me, I always use my tokens because I don't know if you guys were counting, but I counted 6 nat 1s.
Some of us have a penchant to roll really, really low.
I'm one of dice. They need to go into dice jail.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the dice, not my luck. Because, I only roll 20s when I'm sitting where he is. But yeah, it's that was good. Well, and missing. The last thing that could have used a little bit more explanation. So for us, we've played this game before, and we're assuming that because you're giving us the circle character sheet, that we're of a higher level of player.
Yeah.
So we didn't ask you where to write things in, but if you look between me and Max's character sheets, Max doesn't have everything filled in, and he was following behind me.
Yeah.
And I have it all filled in because I've GM'd even. And yeah, so it's just
direct where to write things.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I had to remind you that there was. That was the only other thing.
Yes.
But that's kind of like we have special helper things. So
yes.
That's not always
gonna be there.
Well, no. Well, if you're not playing with our kids, which I've made sure that all of the stories that you could possibly do have all of their
little
helper items. Yeah, for both kids.
Okay.
Not all of them are cut out at this moment, and I do have replacements because some of them are getting a little worn. This one has some fraying on the edges.
Honestly, if you could go about laminating them.
Yeah, well, that's not a cost we have stuff right now.
True.
I liked your B-Dance, but I forgot when I was kind of explaining it to you. You can also incorporate, and this is my fault, you can incorporate parts of the, story that are coming up. So, the way you did the B-Dance is great, especially for adults.
Yeah.
If you have kids that have real bad wiggle bottom problems, you might want to incorporate the entirety of, once you make a plan, going about planning from, going to Dragonsnap Falls in the B, then having to go across the bridge to your left, and then having to go right to get to Dragonsnap Falls, and then looking at the entrance, and then you can have us choose between right and left, and do, now we choose left, and everyone goes left, now we choose right, and everyone goes right.
Okay.
But that's the only, that's just a variation that you can do. And I kind of wanted to see what your interpretation of the B-Dance was, because I haven't gotten the best explanation of what it is, and I think it's different for each person.
I actually hadn't seen anyone do the B-Dance.
I haven't either. I just did it at Spark Central with a bunch of kids watching me that didn't want to do the actual B-Dance.
It's very easy to become self-conscious at that point. Yeah.
And I did pretty much exactly what you did. And then afterwards, Huck did tell me that, well, you can also incorporate different parts of the story that are coming that you already know. Okay. And you did skip some things about Niffle, like the reason why Woodland knew that Niffle was gone is because every morning they have tea and honey cakes together.
I did mention that.
You did?
Yes, I did.
I did not remember that.
Because I was specifically reading it.
Oh, you were reading it?
Yeah, I was reading it.
Maybe I was just wrong.
It's like, Niffle went walking out on the trails inside Dragonsnap Fall 2 days ago. He likes to take hikes in new places and look at shiny things, but we haven't heard from him since, and he usually comes by to have honey cakes and tea with me in the mornings. I heard rumors that a group of witches moved into the area, and I'm afraid he's been captured. Or worse.
Okay, yeah, now I remember.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it when I was going to go commence Niffle, which is why I was like, is that just me being...
To be fair, the way it's written, it is a fact that can kind of get glossed over.
Yes.
Like, I feel that the biggest point in the way that that's written is there are witches and that Niffle might be in danger.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's kind of the focus of that line. So, not really a fault of the GM in this instance. I feel it is a bit of a fault on the writing, but not a big one.
Yeah, and I was trying to list for example, there was this part, and I went through the specific bullet points as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that I felt like there were other things that I was missing, but I couldn't see exactly where.
Yeah, it's kind of laid out a little funny.
Yeah.
Because it's laid out in a way that you can read from and just say in the order.
Mm-hmm.
I do like how you changed up the code because I think it's something different.
Oh, no, the code says green, yellow, green, red, red.
Oh, no, you didn't. Okay.
Yeah. I just repeated it to, again, so that he's like, oh, this is a pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And until they get the pattern, that might be the best way to do it, too.
Mm-hmm.
If you're having a longer game with an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I should say, older children, even.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, would you like to do another?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I need to figure out one. Let's see here. Race against time. Curse of Adventure Kingdom.
I need to take a drink of your water.
Okay. There's also the Spaghetti Yeti.
Oh, yes, there is a Spaghetti Yeti.
Be careful, I might eat him.
That's part of this. I'm a guy.
Yeah, I haven't done Spaghetti Yeti, though. So, there's only 3 adventures in here, right? There's Curse of Adventure Kingdom, Dragonsnot Falls, and Race Against Time.
Yes. And then there is the expansion, which I cannot feel in others, where you have the monsters, which has... Oh, this is all the stuff you can use. Okay, it has Trouble in Space, Icebreakers, and Enter the Factory.
Okay.
Enter the Fear Factory.
Oh, Enter the Fear Factory.
So I haven't read through any of those or Spaghetti Yeti.
Okay.
So I'd probably want to see, be on the player's side before doing that. So I'm going to take a look at I played through Race Against Time, and I've run Curse of Adventure Kingdom before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
I do not believe I ever got a new cipher for my awesome alien after I fed him a tiny planet.
Oh yeah, you just got rid of Lifesaver.
I'm okay with this.
Okay, so you want to get rid of Lifesaver?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I like to see a lot of things.
Thank you.
Well, the nice kind of thing about the way No Thank You Evil's written is that even if you don't read all the way through some of them, you can keep up the whole time.
Yeah. So, are there any adventures that either of you would like to play, either between Race Against Time or... what's the other one?
That would be more...
Curse of Adventure Kingdom.
I've played both of them, so it's... whatever.
I'm quite neutral on this front.
Okay, you have played Race Against Time at least twice.
Mm-mm. The only one I've played is Snout Falls, actually.
Okay.
You've only demoed Snout Falls with me. And to be fair, we never get too far in that for reasons. Embiggen grows to giant size and stomps on something, doing 3 points of damage. So I have a more aggressive friend now.
He wasn't happy being small and underwater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never again.
Never.
I think that I haven't done the third one a lot. I've done the second one a ton.
Okay. Let's see.
It's always cold in here.
So Curse of Adventure Kingdom is designed as an adventure for experienced guides and players. And we will go ahead and continue using the characters that you are using.
Yep.
Feels appropriate.
Yes.
I'm just throwing things back in the binder.
Yeah.
So that way they don't fall apart.
Okay.
It's not. And I don't think there's anything for that one in the back of the...
Okay.
Let me just double check these. Nope, these are all for the Fear Factory. I think that's it.
Can you take this back?
Yeah.
Oh. I shall attempt to be more helpful and actually use my awesomeness.
Yeah.
As a prince, you need to set a precedence.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay.
But there weren't many opportunities for me to be helpful.
Sometimes you have to look for them.
True.
Mm-hmm.
True enough.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to remember exactly where it is. It's not falls.
But you're looking for the Adventure Kingdom?
Yes.
I no longer have my cloak.
It's all on the map.
Into the closet. Out the window.
One piece has a map in it. Actually, you should have a map in it, I think. Can you check the yellow one for a map? We can put that down. So. That's the other side. That's kind of broken.
I'm going to walk about for a moment.
Okay.
Lest my feet fall asleep.
What is that?
Nope, I got it.
Got it?
There's one. It was just very tempting. Let me see if I can see it on the big map. But I think that one of them wasn't on the map.
I was hoping that it'd give me some context as to where Adventure Kingdom is.
I want to say it's behind the bookshelf. I think it says in the... I'm pretty sure it's behind the bookshelf. I think it says in the adventure module, the actual.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be behind the bookshelf. Okay.
The aesthetic is behind the bookshelf.
Mm-hmm. Now, as you guys, let's move off onto Curse of the Adventure Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you guys are winding down from the massive party that was hosted by Queen Bee Woodland. But although she's winding down because she has to get on to other more stately business, you're not done having fun. And it's been a long time since you guys have been to an amusement park. In Storia, there is one amusement park that is better than all the rest. This is Adventure Kingdom. And it is actually located behind the bookshelf. Now, you guys know how to get back to your bedrooms, but I'm not sure if you guys can go back to each of your bedrooms. So you guys have to go back to your bedrooms and find your bookshelf and go behind that. So,
Okay.
Sally, what does your bookshelf look like?
My bookshelf is big and ornate,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also coffin shaped.
Okay.
But very wide coffin.
Very wide coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what type of books are on your bookshelf?
Well, there's the monster manual, and and anything else about different creatures.
Okay. So a lot of books about animals and monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's also a couple
The
of
guide on how to be a monster.
there's also a couple of brochures tucked in
Mm-hmm.
for different attractions in Astoria.
And I'm assuming there's also like a family album in there, but that's difficult to tell because you're a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. And what does your bookshelf look like? And what's in it?
Large mahogany.
Mahogany. It's like you watched yesterday.
I was not there for that part, actually.
Oh, we did that like 4 times. Mahogany.
I was just copying a series I watch on YouTube.
Okay.
Which is what we were calling.
So large mahogany.
Shelf covered in a wide assortment of educational texts.
Okay. What type of educational texts? What subjects?
Fashion. You have to be fashionable to be the prince of the closet.
Okay. So like history of fashion.
Yes.
Okay.
As well as various politic guidebooks.
Mm-hmm.
As well as do not do this. And a few dummies guides on various things.
Okay. I'm guessing there's also a book in there called The Prince.
I have yet to find it, but it's probably there.
Yes. So,
I thought it was The King and I.
no, this one is written by Machiavelli.
Oh. Yeah.
The King and I is on my dad's shelves.
Yeah. See, because he's a prince, he needs to know what the prince can do.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's no better book than The Prince, because it's literally written, it's the name of the book. It's called The Prince.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I was wrong. We don't have a picture of the thing that we need. So I will make that after this.
okay.
But I have a secondary book.
Now, Adventure Kingdom has some of the most well-known rides, and has, it's written, run by a famous ghost named Monsieur.
Monsieur. Mm-hmm.
Yes. But, Adventure Kingdom is cursed. It has a curse on it. Whenever there is a blue sun in the sky, Monsieur loses his heart somewhere in the park and turns evil.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
And when he's evil, he hates fun and tries to destroy the park. Which would be a shame because it's the best park in all of Storia.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's only one way to save the park, and that is to find 3 pieces of the ghost's heart and give it back to him before night falls. And that will lift the curse and restore Monsieur and the park back to normal. It's a good thing that the blue sun only happens once every 100 years. So it's not likely to happen today. I mean, when's the last time that happened? About 100 years ago. Yeah.
I have concerns and questions about this.
What concerns do you have?
I'm not too sure I trust an amusement park ran by a ghost.
But he's a fancy ghost.
Your fanciness redeems you, sir.
Okay. See, nothing to be concerned about. And it's not like there's a blue sun today. So.
Until there is.
So, you have a coffin-shaped bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a crack, because the coffin shape looks like that. There's a crack in the corner where there's something hidden behind it.
Okay, I go and investigate.
And that is the entrance to this area of Storia.
I go right through.
You go right through. And you have a large mahogany on. How do you get to the behind your closet, your bookshelf? So, your frogs come out.
Can you please help me move this?
The frogs, look at you. Look at the very bottom of the bookshelf. Look all the way up at the top. And they look back at you, and you can see in their eyes, it's saying one thing. Mahogany.
I had other people install rollers on it recently. It's not that bad.
Okay. So, they throw out small lines and latch onto the side of it, and teams of frogs start pulling and yanking and dragging. And it starts to squeak, 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 squeak because there's rollers on it. And because they're tiny creatures, and it's still mahogany, they are able to make a small gap for you to squeeze through.
Thank you!
I hope you pay them well. Because they're tiny frogs trying to move a mahogany bookshelf.
They get all the flies they can ever want.
That's a lot of flies, and I'm not sure you'd want that many flies around your food.
Hey, they just hang out. The flies are in their own little room.
Okay.
I have a very elaborate setup.
I see. So, you guys head out to Adventure Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what type of rides do you expect to see there? What are you looking forward to?
I want to go in the fun house.
You want to go in the fun house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why is it called a fun house?
Because it's fun. And
That's obvious.
Because there's illusions in there, and that's way more fun than any other kind of ride. And I get to choose how I react. It's not just a, oh crap, I gotta react now. It's a, ooh, look at this, it's weird.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of rides are you looking forward to?
I would expect there to be some exciting roller coasters.
Actually, there is an exciting roller coaster that you heard of. It's called the Viper. Yeah. So, you guys are heading towards Adventure Park, and you see the gates up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there's a big blue button that, by the gate. And as you head up to the gate, you guys feel a shadow move over the sun.
Oh no.
I push the blue button.
It doesn't register.
Okay.
But the gates are closed. You look up in the sky, and you notice that as the clouds drift past, the sun has changed color. It's blue.
Oh
and
no!
It just turned.
Oh no.
And as the blue light of the sun beams onto you, it hits the button. And the button lights up. And it has a crescent shape in it. It looks like a blue moon. It's as if this button was made for just in case the curse hits. Yeah.
I press it again.
It's a bit stuck. Go ahead and make me a tough 1 check.
Alright. I got 5.
Okay. So, you feel like it's stuck. And you push you get your shoulder into it. And you push into it. It goes, and click.
Mm-hmm.
And the gates start to creak open. Slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Squeakily. Ominously. And after about 5 inches of that, it just, opens up.
Well, that was a little anticlimactic.
Must have a bad cure.
And the gates shake a bit.
I enter.
You enter. As you enter, as you step in, fog develops by your feet.
I kick it. This is fun. I keep doing it.
So, you're kicking up fog. What are you doing?
I'm going to use the moment of fog to just strut through.
As you strut through, fog billows behind you. And it makes you look ominous.
Excellent.
Do you have your loner cape on?
No, I didn't go about grabbing a new cape.
You feel like you should have a cape, and the fog comes up into the facsimile of a cape, but then drifts away. It's like the fog has a mind of its own.
Well, that was awesome, but at the same time, what the heck just happened?
It's a bit foggy.
It's a little bit awesome.
Da, 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 da.
Okay. Well, the fog settles down, and then it starts coalescing into a form and a shape, and it's looking like Monsieur.
Monsieur! Monsieur!
Mm-hmm.
Bonjour!
If you see this, the blue sun has cursed me yet again. And he says that the Monsieur whips up the fog into a cape of his own. He's very much into dramatics. My heart, it is broken and has been scattered around the park. Find 3 pieces. We're to turn my heart to me, so my curse will be lifted.
Where are they?
It's recorded.
It does not know to respond.
He makes a like this, and a heart forms out of the fog. And you see that it breaks apart into 3 jigsaw pieces. One at the top, one at the bottom, and one at the to the left. Okay.
One at the other top.
Yes. It's like this. 1, 2, and bottom. Okay. And they're just swirling together. And trying to figure out. And they shoot out into various parts of the park.
I follow line with my eyes.
It as soon as it starts drifting, it drifts off into smoke. I'm not exactly sure where in the park.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to tell. It says, "You must search through the park to find the pieces of my broken heart." And I'd like some cotton candy as well.
I like cotton candy.
And he says, whips up the fog into the cotton candy. And because it's recorded, he eats it. And he's able to slurp the cotton candy up like spaghetti.
You monster.
Okay.
Monsieur Monster.
It's like it knew.
So, what are you waiting for? Go save Adventure Kingdom. And me. Oh, definitely me. It's in your hands. So, you guys need to find the pieces of the heart.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to go with candy. He reminded me of candy.
Mm-hmm. Now, there are 3 pieces. And as you guys stroll up, there is a map that shows the different parts of Adventure Kingdom. And it looks more or less
Yep. That's why I put it out there. Looks exactly.
like that.
You almost gotta move the dragon.
The dragon's in the way.
Maybe just rotate it around, yeah.
Yeah, because that guy's really delicate.
There we are. And you guys are here. In fact, there is a massive sign with an arrow saying, "You are here." But it's not on the map. It's literally pointing at you like, "You are here." It's not really useful to see that, obviously you are here.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, there are little labels on the under the pieces of fog.
Mm-hmm.
There is one that says the Viper, one that says the Space Ride, one that says the Clockworks, the Mammoth Plunge, the Boo Manor, and Candyland.
Candy! Candy.
Yes, we can go to Candyland. We needed to get cotton candy anyways.
Candy.
Okay.
I'm holding on to the cotton candy, though.
For him, I'm holding on to mine.
Exactly.
Okay. So you guys want to head to Cotton Candy Land first.
Mm-hmm.
That is to the right.
Okay.
Okay.
Go to the right.
So as you guys are walking through, the fog is billowing, and eventually it leaks out because it seems like the fog is only at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
As if he's trying to set a mood. Bun Bun is having a lot of fun bouncing in and around the fog. And as it leaves the fog, some of the fog tendrils actually latches on to the various clumps of, dust on Bun Bun. And your awesome alien is kind of hovering over the fog.
Being awesome.
He is awesome. And you can see it kind of like, billows around him. He's trying to make a UFO effect.
I gather up a little bit of fog before we leave it, flatten it, and so it looks like a flying saucer over him.
Okay. As the fog, the UFO, unidentified fog object, floats over him. He levitates himself further up into the fog and. Okay. So you guys head over to Candyland. Mm-hmm. Okay. As you guys head there, as you guys are approaching Candyland, it seems that there's some more fog over there.
Oh.
Yes, there is more fog. And it's actually thicker.
Is it pink?
Some of it is. And some of it is green. And some of it is blue.
Da-boo-dee-da-boo-da.
Yes. And there's more fog coming out, and it's not nearly as, subtle as the fog at the beginning. In fact, everyone make me a fast check. Fast check 2.
I'm going to use a fast. 3.
4.
Okay. A glob of fog gets launched at you guys. Okay. And you guys dive out of the way as it lands on the ground. It's not fog. It's cotton candy.
Me and Bun Bun descend on it.
I just step away from what has become a tornado of that.
Okay. And as you guys get closer and you're like, I got a bit of something here. It's the other side.
I just take a drink from my flask. I signed up for this.
Yes, you did.
I run up to the other ominous looking cotton candy and I grab a piece and I shape it like an Elvis wig and I stick it on Bun Bun.
That is such an abused creature.
And Bun Bun goes.
Bun Bun goes, hey!
I just look to Xenax with a questioning face.
So,
the people we choose to keep as company.
They are entertaining. So, you continue further towards the cotton candy, Candyland, and you realize that this cotton candy is kind of sticking in your mouth. Go ahead and make me a tough check. 3.
7.
7. Okay. And you realize that the cotton candy is actually sticking to both the top and bottom of your mouth. And a bubble comes out. and then pops. Explodes on your face.
Oh no.
But you've realized that that's probably the better of options, because the other option was every time you talk, bubbles would come out. So you just had one bubble. And go ahead and make me a tough check for Bun Bun.
I'm gonna be awesome to Bun Bun.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be like, it's the game! You try hard!
Mm-hmm.
And Bun Bun gets it too.
Bun Bun, what? And a bubble comes out.
I pop it.
You pop it, and it goes, what? Okay. So, there's a cotton candy stand nearby.
Mm-hmm.
And near the stand, there's a conveyor belt. And it has a lot of cotton candy on it. And it's producing a ton of cotton candy. And you realize that this machine is actually attached to a much larger machine that's behind a lot of cotton candy. And this machine is shaking and rattling. And both of you guys make me another fast check.
I'm gonna do this. Are you gonna...
I'm gonna be awesome and, like...
This is, by the way, a fast check of 2.
Oh. Okay.
I'll still be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna not use my fast, but I'm gonna be awesome. I'm gonna help, grab his arm.
I was going to push you.
Oh, you're gonna push me, and I'm gonna grab him.
Okay.
Okay, so... Yeah, okay.
6.
7.
7.
6.
7, 6. So, you guys grab onto each other, and then you leap out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
As in an epic, adventure movie, explosion of cotton candy explodes as you guys leap out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
your awesome alien goes as he's just enveloped in cotton candy. And Bun Bun jumps in a mouth first.
Mm-hmm.
As the cotton candy settles,
Yes.
you guys realize that there is 2 pink creatures with 3 eyeballs by the conveyor belt.
Do they look friendly?
They look concerned. They're chattering constantly to each other. And they look at you.
Hi!
As you say that, you notice that her tongue is now purple.
Okay, then.
It is the exact same color as the cotton candy that she ate.
At this point in time, I don't have much to read into. I mean, I've eaten plenty of candy that changes the color, so nothing to read into there.
So, you can tell that unless this machine is fixed, it is going to continue just spewing out cotton candy. And although you like this cotton candy, you can't eat that much. Make me a smart check. Well, for 1.
Okay. 2.
You are able to find Bun Bun.
Mm-hmm.
Bun Bun sticks his head out of the cotton candy. And he looks a bit trapped. But he doesn't have a problem being trapped. But he realized that Bun Bun cannot eat 4 times his weight in cotton candy. He'll just get a tummy ache.
I'm going to walk over to Xenax and pour some water on him.
Mm-hmm.
Try to clean him off, essentially.
From the flask?
Yes.
Okay, so it dissolves and he pulls himself out and he's pulling the sticky cotton candy off of him. And he's got patches of orange on him, which is the color of that cotton candy.
I pull out my wet willy.
Okay.
And I start squirting all of the cotton candy.
Okay, you start squirting the cotton candy. And it all starts dissolving. And Bun Bun jumps in front of the wet willy and catches the water. And the minute he lands, he splashes the water everywhere. And it dissolves even more of the cotton candy.
Use him as a sponge.
Bun Bun,
Mm-hmm.
how about we fill you with water, throw you up in the air, and you shake out?
Okay, well, while you do that, I'm gonna go up to the three-eyed creatures that we've essentially neglected.
Okay, so you walk up to him.
And
To
I'm
them.
doing the...
Okay.
So what is going on here, people?
Give me a moment here. Okay.
Should we be like annoying like last night and start doing the "We Are Waiting"
You
song? me and John were clicking and
Mm-hmm.
making the most annoying noises for waiting music.
Okay, so you go up to him and you're like, so what did you say?
What is
What's
going on
here?
here? Peoples, essentially.
As you approach, they kind of come up closer together, like as if they're trying to block your way, and they start.
Like speaking gibberish? Or...
A bit, yeah.
Okay.
And
I can... Oh, not this crap.
What were you gonna say, Max?
I was going to say... No, I honestly can't. You know how that gets to me in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot do that.
they're being annoying. Anything that you see, they are repeating.
I will let you through.
They say that. And they look at each other like... And then they part. And they look confused. It's like, what just happened here?
I will help you fix the machine.
Well, that was a little metagaming there.
Well, no, the machine's pumping out lots of things. We already know it's broken. That was just
It is broken.
That's just my suggestion.
So as you are, they part, and you're squirting and using Bun Bun to dissolve all the cotton candy, and dissolve some of the cotton candy around the machine. And there's a lever. It's a bit high up. And right above it, as you're squirting and dissolving the cotton candy, you realize that there's a heart piece on top of the machine.
Am I the only one that sees this?
No, everyone can see this.
I'm going to talk directly to you.
Okay.
Can you grab that by any chance?
Not me, but Bun Bun. I grab Bun Bun,
Mm-hmm.
and he stands on my hand,
Uh-huh.
and we do a catapult.
You do a catapult. Okay.
You have launched
Make me-
the Bun Bun.
Make me a tough check. Goal of 3.
I'm going to use a strength.
I'm going to use an awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it!
Yay!
8.
8.
8.
6. Yes, 8.
Wow.
No, even if you made it impossible.
It would have been achieved.
Yeah.
Go team!
So, you feel like this was destiny.
Mm-hmm.
You pull back
Mm-hmm.
into what feels like the exact form that even the Grecians would have carved into marble.
Mm-hmm.
And you launch Bun Bun.
So hard to carve. The dust bunny?
Yeah, the dust bunny.
That would be very
No,
hard to carve.
but the form for...
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hand would have been broken off, and there would be no Bun Bun.
Yeah.
It's a Grecian statue.
Yeah. And it would all been like alabaster white.
Yep. My fur would be hard, though.
Yeah, but it would look soft.
You
And
can
you-
do some pretty cool things in Marvel.
And you launch Bun Bun. You miss.
What?
You miss. Bun
Wait
Bun
for it.
hits the machine and ricochets into a massive pile of cotton candy.
Mhm.
And it just sinks in. And then that launches Bun Bun even further up. And Bun Bun launches into the machine, hits the button and the lever to turn it off, and ricochets again into the machine, bounces around a couple of times, and gets launched onto the conveyor belt, spins around a bit, and gets launched up onto the top. You got a more than impossible shot.
I told you you could do it!
And Bun Bun sticks the landing. The two Jinxes hold up cards. One says 10, the one says 0-1. Both of them look very, very proud. One also looks confused. And the machine comes to a stop. Bun Bun holds up the heart piece, and it is the bottom part.
Put it in your
Self.
dust pocket.
And Bun Bun dives down into cotton candy,
Is he still got wet water in him?
and it dissolves.
I was gonna say he then wrings himself out.
And more cotton candy dissolves.
Mhm.
Congratulations, you fixed the cotton candy machine.
Yay! And we've cleaned up a lot of the cotton candy.
Yes, you have. You have. Because littering is bad.
And we don't know when the next rain is gonna be.
So, where are you guys going next?
Before we head out, I will say to the Jinxes, I will clean the rest of this mess up.
They don't look happy. But they do say that. And they go find brooms.
A hose will work better.
Do you guys pick up any cotton candy on the way?
Yes, I take out my lucky dice bag.
Mm-hmm.
I put the lucky dice in my inner pocket
Uh-huh.
in my fur.
Mm-hmm.
And I fill my lucky dice bag with as much cotton candy that will fit in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tie that off and I put that back in its pocket.
Okay.
And then I gather up a big bundle of multicolored rainbow
Mm-hmm.
and I start eating it as we go.
Okay, make me a tough check. Goal of 3.
This is still a gummy cotton candy, you fool.
It was a tough.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna use one. I only got a 2.
It's sticky. You know when you have too much candy in your mouth and it sticks?
Mm-hmm.
On the plus side, your tongue is multicolored. But anything you say from now on, it's going to blow bubbles.
I keep eating.
Okay. So, where are you guys going next? There was the Viper, the space ride, which is actually very nearby.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Clockworks, there's a Mammoth Plunge, and then there is Boo Manor.
Mm-hmm.
How far is Boo Manor?
Boo Manor is to the right and down the road.
I think that'd be a good place for a heart piece to be hiding.
I also think it's a good place for us to find the last heart piece. Because isn't that where Monsieur lives?
Do
See,
you
I
know
know.
where he lives?
Yeah. Oh, that is not knowledge that I have.
He never
What's-
told you where he lives.
It's a safe assumption, though. I
It's
mean,
the only house.
he's a ghost, and it is Boo Manor.
That does make sense. So
So,
you want to leave that for last?
yeah, We'll save that.
Okay.
The last thing I want to do is encounter an evil ghost.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to go on the Viper.
I did.
Yeah.
To the Viper!
To the Viper. Okay, so you guys make a left, past the space ride, and back to the entrance. And the Viper is straight ahead.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Viper. Now, the Viper is a roller coaster that is shaped like a very, very long snake. It does loop-loops, goes really, really fast, hissing the whole time. From the ground, you can see a shiny red cart in the middle of the ride. And on it is something sparkly.
So, I do have an awesome alien that now knows it, that now can get really, really big. Is the cart moving?
It's not.
Okay, so
He also floats.
He has shown the ability to float.
But has he shown the ability to float very high? Yeah, I'll just ask him. Phoenix, how high can you float?
How high do you want me to float?
High enough to get to that?
Do you think you could do that?
He thinks he can.
Good luck.
There is a tiny planet in it for you if you can go get me that. 2 tiny planets?
I want a bar filled with Mars.
I think I can arrange that.
Mars bar.
Of course.
Okay. So he goes floating up towards the cart. And as he floats, it looks like it actually takes a bit of effort for him.
I don't suppose you have any chocolate in your bag?
No.
Are you making promises you can't keep?
Okay, can you wait here? I'm gonna go back to Candyland really quick.
Yeah, I'll wait here.
I'm going to run to Candyland.
Okay. So he's and he makes his way all the way up to the cart. And he finds the shiny thing. Okay, and he's there. And he looks out, and he sees you running all the way to Candyland. What are you doing?
I couldn't understand it.
Why are you leaving me?
I need chocolates!
I need chocolate!
You will get said chocolates! I will stuff Mars into this chocolate!
Okay. What am I doing now?
Do you see the shiny red thing?
Yes, I see the shiny red thing!
Grab it and take it to Sally! Please!
Okay!
Hi!
Hi!
So, am I at Candyland?
Yes, you're back at Candyland.
I look for essentially a chocolate thing.
A chocolate thing.
Anything with a considerate amount of chocolate so I can basically makeshift a Mars bar.
So, you see, you don't see anything chocolate. But you do see, a selection of various candies. One says Mercury, one says Venus, and one says Earth.
No Mars. I can't let him down, man. I'll just grab them all.
You grab them all. And as you grab them, more slide down. And one says Mars, and one says Jupiter, and one says Saturn.
Now, I'll just grab those two. I'll basically make a solar system.
You'll make a solar system. Okay. And after Saturn comes Uranus.
I failed astrology.
Then comes Uranus, and then comes Neptune, and the one that says Pluto is kind of stuck. It comes out.
So
The one that's Pluto is a little bit smaller.
you may be a dwarf, but you're still loved by me.
Okay, so you grab up all 9 bars and you come running back. Okay, so what is your awesome alien's name again? I keep on forgetting.
Xenax.
Xenax comes floating down with a heart piece.
I give him a high five.
He gives you a high five. He checks his hand and he doesn't see chocolate.
He'll be right back.
Ah,
We can head that way.
okay.
So we go to meet him at...
Okay, and that is the top left corner of the heart pieces.
Okay.
Yes. So they come waddling back. Xenax comes waddling up to you, and he sees all the candy bars.
I did you one better than Mars. I just gave him the whole thing.
Okay, he starts. In fact, he distends his mouth, and it comes out like a cash register. He just, and then it. You just see him chewing.
How is it?
Out of this world.
I start... So I'm guessing do the pathways have stones on them, or are they all flat?
Oh, let me see. You know if it's supposed to say something like that?
I don't know. I'm looking for a way to have fun.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would imagine that there are some cobblestones, but it's not like so bumpy that you're going to hurt your feet.
No, I just want to use them to play hopscotch.
Okay, so you're playing hopscotch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now...
And with my bun.
Are you having fun?
Oh yes, I'm having lots of fun.
Go ahead and use the fun and restore your points. Maxwell, did you want to play hopscotch as well?
I will save it.
You will save it.
I
Okay.
still have a good amount of my points.
Okay. Now, you got to the Viper, but you never actually rode on the Viper.
I understand that there is a more important moment at hand.
Understandable. So,
If I want to ride it, I'll do it after this is done.
okay. So, you have 2 heart pieces of 3.
I go. Bun, will you hold this one too?
Okay. Bun takes it, stuffs it in another portion of his dust,
Mm-hmm.
and
No one will see him in there.
okay.
Shall we go to the Boo Mansion?
Yes.
So you guys walk down the cobblestone,
Mm-hmm.
past Candyland, past the space ride.
I look over at it just to see if I see anything.
Okay. Oh, let's see here. It is a rocket, and it kind of looks like it's simulates flying through space.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here.
Does it look semi-normal? I mean, nothing looks normal right now, but...
What is normal in Storia?
Well,
Exactly.
for the amusement park, it's all themed kind of the same.
Mhm.
But things are a little bit off right now. So I imagine that it would just look a little bit more off.
It looks normal.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like in probably the one of the few places in here that looks a bit normal right now.
Okay. I pay it no mind then.
Okay, so you guys head to Boo Manor,
Mhm.
and it seems like as you're heading towards Boo Manor, the path just gets longer and longer and longer
Reminds me of my closet.
and darker, and an ominous fog starts building up as you
I play in the fog again.
and it wisps around.
Mm-hmm. I make little flowers. I'm gonna fly. I give myself a cape.
Mm-hmm.
I
She's
give
having
myself
fun.
another cape.
Capes are not meant for you. Sorry.
I give you a cape.
Not quite as good as my last one, but it shall do.
He has certain princely standards.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys head up to this haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
And doors creak open.
Mm-hmm.
And as it creaks open, a cart shows up right in time and stops.
Do you want to get in?
And the small door opens. Beckoning you to step inside.
Let's go!
I'm not sure about this, but fine.
I hop in. Bun Bun hops in with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hop, I just walk into it.
Okay. And Xenex?
Yeah, he'll come with me.
Okay, so you guys step in. The door closes, slams shut. Click. Click, because it's two and two in the back. And then it creaks off. Yes. So, you head into some curtains, and it goes all black.
I hit the curtains.
It's already passed.
Oh.
You're fiddling around and you feel something fuzzy.
Is it Bun Bun?
Yes.
Are you sure it's not yourself?
Okay. And it feels like there's a cool mist in the air.
Bun Bun. Get the mist out of the air.
Bun Bun can't see the mist. It is completely black. And you feel something fluttering around the top of your head.
Hmm.
You do too.
I knocked my hat off!
Okay.
I just lean into Bun Bun.
Okay. Something flutters by your ear. And suddenly a spotlight, boom, lights up the cart. And it is following you. And you see that there's actual bats swooping around your head.
I go, cool. Hi.
I will just sit here in terror, hoping that they don't do anything to my shirt.
One lands on your shoulder.
I just violently smack it off.
It hops onto your hand.
Better than my clothes. Stay off of those, and we won't have a problem.
Mm-hmm. This bat has a small little amulet by its chest.
You are quite dapper.
And it flits off. You go through some more curtains. And now you're traveling through some graveyards.
Oh, look, it looks like home.
And you guys pass by a grave, and a skeleton pops up.
Hi!
The skeleton looks to you and says, "Hi."
This is fun.
He waves.
I'm just still sitting here. Don't know how to react to all this.
Mm-hmm. And then you guys get to a brick wall, and the brick wall opens up.
Is a boulder gonna come at us?
And you guys go into another dark area, and you feel the cart stop. And the wall closes in behind you. And then lights start flashing on. And it's, for you, probably the most terrifying thing you've ever seen. A bad fashion show.
First I thought it was just the paparazzi. That is so last summer!
There are people wearing certain clothes in here that was, not even last summer, 3 summers ago.
Oh god, why?
Not even long enough for it to be back in fashion.
I like those boots.
The boots don't work.
I just look at you with the biggest amount of question. Why do I associate with you?
Because I'm fun.
Make me a smart check.
I am going to use one
You-
of my... Me?
Yeah.
I'm going to use one of my
4.
tokens.
4.
I'm going to
Roll
help
4.
him. Ooh, what are you looking at?
The worst thing I've ever seen. Fashion sense that would get you killed in my country. I got a 7.
You notice that on one of the garments is a heart piece.
Is the garment fashionable?
No, it is not. Nothing in here is fashionable except you.
That heart piece is too fabulous for for the piece of garbage you're wearing.
Which one?
I point to the obvious one.
So as as you pointed, the person who's wearing that is walking down the catwalk towards you. It strikes, this mannequin strikes a pose, and the heart piece is right on the hip, just close enough for you to reach it.
I will go to snatch that.
Make me a fast check. 2.
I will pitch in one of my tokens,
Mhm.
just to be safe. 3.
3. You grab onto it, and it sachets away, and you pull the heart piece away, and you now have a heart piece.
It's the last heart.
It is.
I say, quick, stick it in my butt.
Are you sure about that? Because it's my understanding that this is someone's heart, and there's a good chance it may all click together inside of Bun Bun.
They're in separate pockets.
Sorry, the face you gave me there. Fair enough.
Okay. So Bun Bun puts it in, and looks a bit sheepishly because Bun Bun has been putting it in the same pocket. Puts it in a different pocket this time. Okay. And the cart moves on, taking you away from the horror that is this fashion show.
Learn to accessorize!
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you guys go through some curtains. You come around to the end of the ride. And the doors open.
I get up.
Yeah, I'll hop out too.
The minute you guys hop out, a trapdoor opens. You guys fall in. You're sliding to the left. You're sliding to the right. And you pop out into a hidden passageway.
Ooh, fun!
I check to see if there's any dirt on my backside.
There isn't.
Good.
You can't tell. It's dark.
Fair enough.
I take out my brave light and I check for him. Because I know it's a thing.
Yeah, they're very considerate of you.
Am I good?
Am I good? Is he
He's good.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
good.
No, you're fine.
Good.
The slide was kept very well. I start shining my flashlight around.
As you shine your flashlight around, Bun Bun is starting to look a bit red.
Bun Bun, give me one of the pieces.
Bun Bun reaches into the new piece and it's not there. And checks in the other place. It's not there.
pieces
I
fell
reach
out
into
on the
a
slide.
pocket.
You reach in the pocket. You reach into Bun Bun.
Yeah.
You find one of the pieces and you pull it out, and they're connected. And they're glowing. And pulsating. And the entire area is washed in red light.
I told you this would happen.
I guess I should listen to you.
It's okay.
And as you see the red wash against the wall, you notice that it leaves an outline.
I think there's a way to go through here.
Weird idea, really quick. Can you put that cotton candy from earlier onto the heart?
I take some of the cotton candy and put it on the heart.
It's on the heart.
Just wanted to try that. I mean, the hologram earlier was asking for candy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go through the outline.
Okay. You walk up to that line? Do you try to just walk through?
Yeah,
You hurt your nose.
I have regrets.
But your nose hits one of the bricks, and the brick sinks in. The door opens.
I knew that would work.
I giggle.
So, as you guys walk in, you realize that this is an office. There's a single light over a desk, and there is a large, furry thing back there.
Wet socks. Are you related?
As you guys speak, it whips around. It is the ghost of Monsieur.
I roar. I forget what I need to
Do.
do to use
Isn't
a-
it detailed on your
Oh, yeah.
card?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta use one tough.
Okay, so you roar. And as you roar,
To intimidate.
Monsieur cowers back. In fact, not only does he cower back, a spirit leaves him. So there's a ghost of Monsieur leaving him.
Oh no.
And the ghost of Monsieur runs away.
Monsieur.
I am sorry. I am not myself. I am so heartbroken. Have you found my heart?
Give him the heart.
I present it.
Madame, thank you.
You're very welcome, Monsieur.
Is this cotton candy on top of it?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my idea.
Thank you. And he absorbs the heart inside of him. But before he pulls the cotton candy and and he seems more at peace. And the lights start coming on. And this sense of foreboding that you felt throughout the entire park starts easing up. Thank you so much. Let's get out of here. This is what happens when I do too much paperwork. And he leads you guys outside of a Boo Mansion. And he says,
What was up with the monster thing back there?
"No, that was my ghost.
Huh. Okay then.
He possesses me when the moon turns blue."
You mean the sun, right?
Yes. I can never tell. I'm out of words. Yes. And I think I'm getting odd solo back. Okay. So he leads you guys back to the entrance of the park. And he opens up the ticket booth and actually hands you guys lifetime memberships to Adventure Park.
Sweet.
And I'm going to have my Jinxes go around and fix some of the other attractions. But in the meanwhile, have fun.
We got them to fix the candy machine already.
Well, actually, better put I had them clean it up, but...
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. And that is the end of Curse of Adventure Kingdom.
Yay! Okay, we're gonna start putting things away.
Oh, he also says, gives you guys a t-shirt that says, I was cursed at Adventure Kingdom. I'm sorry, it's not fashionable.
I'll have my tailors look into it.
Okay.
Your hands are cold.
I know.
Both of you.
My body naturally runs cold. That's why I like things hot.
I know. Alright.
Yeah, I know. Our room is at least 70 degrees at all times. And I still need a blanket.
Oh, things are not fitting properly?
Yeah, the no thank you evil tokens are weird.
Mm-hmm.
So, any...
Well, you don't have the ums when you're doing a kid's game. It's like me.
Mm-hmm.
When I do games with adults, they're gonna see it.
You overthink things.
And then when you're playing kids games like this,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that you can literally make anything up in this universe,
Yeah.
you don't, not this one.
It kind of just... You're very organic, I think, is what she's trying to get at.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you don't have the case of the ums with the kids games.
Quite natural.
Well, I do have experience working with kids.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why you're forcing those down my throat right now, Max.
Because this is how I've been trained.
Dice, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed.
To find out more... Oh.
Hawk is asking if we're going to give me feedback on the Curse of Adventure Island. Any feedback?
I don't know it enough to do metagaming analysis, but from my end, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Did we just happen to pick all of the ones with heart pieces, or no?
No. The last place does not have a heart piece in it.
Uh-huh.
But because I knew that we were running low on time,
You rigged it.
yep.
That was a good...
That's a good overall GM decision.
What did he say?
Nicely done, Dan.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Thank you.
And yeah, there really wasn't any which is kind of...
You did a pretty good job of setting the scene like you did with last adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Decently immersed, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Which, for me, is not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah. Unless he's being completely silly.
Well,
And
with this one, it's easier to be silly and immerse at the same time.
When she says silly, I think she means being a chaos entity. In some games where the freedom is this high, I can tend to shift into a very chaotic play style. Like, you were there when we played Paranoia around New Year's, right?
No.
But yeah, in that one, I ended up with my last clone very fast in the game. I caused a robot to just start spinning around and cause a lot of damage. So, very chaotic I become.
Okay. So, I know that in terms of criticism for myself,
that does come out of this one.
I kind of wish that I had gotten a chance to properly read through, because I was ad-libbing quite a bit. But No Thank You Evil allows for a lot of ad-libbing.
Yeah, the rule system seems very loose and loose enough to allow that to still be good.
Well, and with this kit, that part of the kit, that's all you do. So when you run out, so in the wild, when we run out of ideas, we use this...
Story, please.
Yeah, story, please. And I hope they come out with more of these. Oh, these ones aren't open. These are beautiful. They're not open, so I'll let you open one. Got some crinkle.
Are they just some visual cues that you can make something up with, or...?
Yes. So basically, the idea behind these cards when we use them is to make a place, a problem, and things to interact with.
I definitely appreciate that notion.
And they do have, they have like hooks Most of these are hooks that are for other places. Like we have
The letter.
We have the letter.
And I think I saw the Adventureland ticket.
And we have an invite to the bowling ball, which we did not do, but it is in the first
book.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Thought I saw an Adventureland ticket. Is that it?
Nope.
Okay. So,
Purple ticket.
greetings to you, the lucky finders of this purple ticket. Present this ticket to the locked diary at the library door and discover the delights that await you. Do not let the bookmarks in. They are sneaky and will eat your favorite words. Well, that's jerky.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they have, some of these are 2 stories. Some of them are not. You have
But it can
twists. So you can have your adventuring party draw these twists, and they change what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that you don't control. That is upside down. Like, there is a giant zombie dance off between you and where you are, or where you're needed to go. It's a goal 5.
That is not an easy dance-off.
No, it is not.
Well, Thriller is a difficult dance set to do.
To do well.
Yes.
Easy to do.
And we're talking zombies here.
Yeah.
They didn't know it.
These
It's
are
in their system.
all monsters that you can encounter.
So, point is...
Or just people you can encounter. Some of them might not be monsters. Like, here's Niffle, and there's Odd Swallows.
So, point is, some of these cards will allow you to do a good ad-libbed experience that your players will enjoy all the same.
And it looks like you can create maps.
Yes. So you can either have a map, which is on the other side,
Mm-hmm.
or, yeah, you create maps.
Yeah, so there is an example of a map. And there's parts, I guess they can match
Link
up
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy games that allow that.
Mm-hmm.
And then these, you can choose based on the front cover, and these are stories. So, the story for this llama television is that trapped. It's rumored that man has been trapping the sheep in his a man has been trapping sheep in his television so that he can count them at night to fall asleep. After a night of weird dreams, you wake up in a prison made of unpoppable balloons. Who put you there, and how can you escape? Maybe the guard by the door can help.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's trippy.
So they've also got, like, story, for example, this one, with the flying dolphin, has speed demons. A bunch of evil dolls are using time travel to rob banks. There's a big reward to anyone who catches the crooks. The annual race for the lure is just about to start, but the dolphins are always acting weird and won't let their riders near them. Could it have something to do with that fallen star?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
So there's a lot of potential here.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then there are places, and the places also have story elements that you can add to it, and everything's optional. There's places for each area. So, yeah. Maybe next time, since you seem to be more comfortable at the ad-libbing, maybe
utilize the
you
story.
better
I
off
about
using
utilizing
the
it.
story, please.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that I admit that I am comfortable with. I'm more used to running homebrew games and dealing with some people who try to go left field on me. And I've become, I think, proficient at
Re-railing?
re-railing them.
Because, that's
Yeah.
I feel a lot of left fielders, their goal is to derail the GM.
Yeah.
Which kind of
But,
a jerky way to play, in my opinion. It
depends
can be
on,
very
it
good.
depends on the nuance that you use to rerail them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, sometimes the derail can be okay, like it can work into your story.
Mm-hmm. It's a matter of making sure that they always feel like they have some amount of agency.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're just walking them through the story, it's more like you're reading a book to them, and less like they're playing a game.
And these are set up to be more like reading a book cooperatively.
Yeah.
Versus any of the other ones.
Well, that's how a lot of role-playing should feel, cooperative storytelling. I feel like every book I've read starts with, that's what it's about, a cooperative storytelling experience.
So, we're going to give you a little bit more information to find us.
Yep. I hope you enjoyed the gym workshop today. You can find us at RPG Research. .com. We have a couple of things that we're doing. For example, we're trying to work on a wheelchair accessible bus, where you can find that at www.rpgbus.com. We're also working on a trailer. Both of these we're using to be able to get into more remote areas where they may not be able to get to a community center, so we can actually bring the games to them. The accessible RPG trailer can be information about that can be found at www.rpgtrailer.com. For Game Master training workshops, you can go to www.gmworkshops.com. On Sundays, that is tomorrow, from 6 to 9 Pacific Standard Time, we run an interactive tabletop role-playing game where you can interact with the and actually affect the story. You can find information about that at www.mistheroes.com. For international research meetings, you can go to www.rpgresearch.com/researchers. For applied gaming meetings and broadcasts per week, www.appliedrpg.com. There's also the RPG Talk Show, which is www.rpgtalkshow.com. We do Drop-In and RPG, which is www.dropinandrpg.com.
And it's almost every Friday.
It's almost every Friday.
5th Friday of every month.
Yes. There is also cooperative music and drum circles, because we do like to occasionally incorporate music and drum circles into the role-playing games. And that is www.rpgresearch.com/music. And we do RPG retreats as well, with periodic intensive music and RPG training retreats. That is www.rpgretreat.com. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.